What is up, drinking buddies? Here we are. This is the Happy Hour Sports Channel, and we are here for our first set of power rankings. So, I think we're just going to jump right into it.
Yeah.
Logan and I each have a separate list of our top 10 teams as of right now. And
I have two honorable mentions.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down the list, and the ones we agree on, we'll just grade, and we'll talk about why they're there. And the ones we don't agree on, we'll get to that when we get there.
Yeah.
So, starting off the list, we both have the Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't know what to say. For one, they're the only 4-0 team. They haven't lost a game. Last week, they looked like crap in the first half, but
Big
then
truth.
Jalen Hurts came out and stepped up. That defense, too, has been ridiculous.
Yes. I will say, the defense causing turnovers left and right. I mean, no team wants to play them right now. They do not look like a fun team to play. And like you said, Jalen Hurts, he's balling out, man. He's balling out.
I think right now he has like 4 rushing touchdowns himself. He's like second in the league for rushing touchdowns.
And that boy can throw the ball, too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Moving on down the list, number 2, we have Kansas City Chiefs. And I mean, I wanted to debate the Bills being above them, and I was earlier, but it just doesn't make sense at the moment because, I don't know, the Chiefs' performance over Tampa Bay on Sunday Night Football was god tier. And then, Mahomes is just Mahomes. He's going to always make those plays and find a way to keep the game close.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to add. That offense is just explosive, even without Tyreek. Like, they're just doing it right.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can say.
Kansas City, and their coaching, of course. Andy Reid, never going to let you down.
Reid.
So then at number 3, no surprise, Buffalo Bills. I wanted to fight for them higher only because they came back from a 17-point deficit in which they did not allow the Baltimore Ravens to score any more points in the second half. But that also says that they had to come back, that it started off that poorly. So I kind of, washed that one.
I feel like they're going to be number 1 when, White's back. Once they get all their receivers back, and I know Isaiah McKenzie's not, a super big part, but I think it's going to make a difference on offense.
Yep, and then their defense is still pretty elite. And then,
Yeah.
of course, you got Josh Allen, so like I said, he's another one that's always just going to keep you close, even if the world's falling down. Okay, so here's where our lists are going to start to split off. I'm going to go first here on my number 4 because it's going to be a shock. My number 4 is the Vikings. And I picked that because, yes, the Vikings beat us week 1, and then we have both, played really well since then. The Vikings did lose to the Eagles, which is a pretty tough opponent. Packers haven't lost since we played the Vikings. But the Packers' opponents haven't been as tough, and the Packers almost lost against a third-string quarterback this last week. So I feel like it's only right to put the Vikings above them for now. And plus, they're looking pretty good. Kirk Cousins doesn't have any more primetime games coming up anytime soon, so you never know. Logan, who'd you have at 4?
I have the Ravens.
Okay.
I know they lost against the Dolphins and the Bills,
Yeah.
but those are 2 very good teams, and they stayed with it.
Yes.
I will admit their second half performance needs to step the fuck up. Sorry for the language, but
It don't matter.
Lamar Jackson is balling out.
Yeah,
he's going ridiculous this year. I think he has 12 touchdowns. He's got
he's
more
going
touchdowns himself than half of the league right now.
He's going crazy.
Even without top tier receivers, he's still getting it there. And honestly, I haven't seen him run very much. When we were watching him, he was passing the ball.
No, he's throwing the ball
They're
well.
dimes, and that defense, the secondary is crazy.
Yep, and I don't want to hear any more running back talk. He's
He's
throwing the ball
a quarterback.
damn good. Okay, moving on to number 5, Logan, who'd you have?
I have the Bengals.
Bengals at 5, okay.
I'm gonna admit I fully expected them to lose on Thursday.
Yeah.
I thought the Dolphins were gonna.
I kinda did too.
ridiculous. After Tua went out, I knew the Bengals were gonna ball out. Joe Burrow stepped up.
Yeah, he did not look good in the beginning of the season.
No, but he's playing good with an awful offensive line.
Yeah, I know that whole line is trash.
The wide receivers. It's not like the Packers where we always had one receiver to throw to, basically.
Right.
He's got Higgins, Boyd, Jamar Chase, of course. He's got options, but it's not like he's always looking for Jamar Chase.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows where to spread the ball, And that defense looked pretty good. Like, even when Tua was playing, the Bengals were stopping him.
Right.
And Tyreek, like, they guarded Tyreek pretty well.
Yeah, they did. Locked Tyreek down. Mine number 5.
It hurts to say.
It hurts to say. It's the Cowboys. It is the Cowboys because 3 straight with Cooper Rush. I mean, you can't deny that. There's going to be a quarterback duel when Dak comes back, I think. Obviously, they'll probably go with Dak to start with, but unless Cooper Rush doesn't lose, then I wouldn't see why they would do that. But yeah, 3 straight with Cooper Rush. Dallas's defense has been doing pretty well. So I don't know. I gotta put Cowboys at 5, man. I wouldn't expect it at this point, but they're 3-1, and I don't know. They're looking promising, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that. Cooper Rush is, I think, that guy.
Yeah,
I think he's going to step up this year. There is going to be a quarterback duel in 3 weeks.
Yep. Whenever Dak comes
returns.
back. Okay. 6. 6 is where I put the Dolphins.
I switched it. I have the Dolphins at 6.
Because, they were playing so well these last few weeks. They were playing well against the Bengals. Tua gets hurt, and obviously that's all she wrote. But they still have Tyreek Hill, who I don't know if who's their backup again?
Bridgewater.
Oh, if Bridgewater will be able to get him the ball, but we'll see. And their running game hasn't been too bad, so maybe that'll we'll definitely see an increase in their running game. So I didn't want to penalize them too much yet, but time will only tell if the Dolphins are going to stay at.
And the Dolphins they have
10.
a good defense. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is like the worst quarterback in the world. You can kind of put him in. I just don't think they were expecting anything like that. It just came as a complete surprise. I'm still pissed off at the Dolphins just playing Tua in the first place because he got hit really hard on Sunday. But
who knows what would have happened. So now, because we both had Dolphins at 6, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now down to number 7. I had the Packers. And, they're that low because almost lost against a third-string QB, as I said before. Our run defense is atrocious, and that actually scares me for this following London game against the Giants and Saquon, and even Danny Dimes has been running. So, got to fix up the run defense. We do have Romeo Doubs, who seems to be emerging. He did have a fumble the other day, but he almost had a crazy catch, and Rodgers really trusts him and likes him, so I think that's a positive outlook on that.
I think they need to trust Christian. I understand Watson isn't the... Is it Watkins?
Sammy. We have
Sammy
Watkins.
Watkins and Christian Watson.
Yeah.
I think Rodgers needs to trust Watson more. I know it's going to be difficult because of that first game, but, I mean, he can run the ball pretty well.
Yes.
We saw that he did have that outside handoff, right?
Yeah.
You can tell he can run the ball.
He had a rushing touchdown because they don't trust him enough to throw the ball.
Yeah, but that will come in time. For my number 7, I have the Bucs.
Buccaneers.
I know they lost against
the Packers
the Chiefs,
and the Chiefs now,
but I don't know. That defense, it didn't look solid. It was Mike Evans took a week off basically. I think if Evans was in, it would have been more of a Bucs winning game.
Yeah.
At the moment, I don't think you can leave him out of the top 10. That's the issue.
Oh, that's fair.
You still have Tom Brady,
yes,
great quarterback. You have Mike Evans, he has all these weapons. It's just kind of getting used to it. It's kind of like us, or like the Rams, for example. They lost a ton of players this year, and they're trying to just trying to move it together.
Mm-hmm. All right. Number 8, I have the Ravens. They are this far back just because they blew a second half lead, and yes, maybe that is not fair, but Lamar is looking great. He's running great. He's throwing better. Defense is looking pretty good. Not a whole lot to complain about with the Ravens. I just want to see them, win some of those close games like that. Or it's very similar to the Packers when something very bad happens, like a pick six or a fumble or just even an interception. The Ravens can't seem to just get back into their first groove. So I don't know. Maybe they deserve to be higher. But where do you have at 8?
I have the Vikings.
Okay.
I mean, the thing about the Vikings, Adam Thielen showed up on Saturday because they had Marshawn Lattimore guarding Jay Jets, I think, most of the game. So if Jay Jets is covered, you at least have that solid backup.
Right.
They need to get their running game together, especially with Dalvin Cook, who has not done anything in the past 4 weeks.
No, thanks, fantasy.
Their running game is very weak right now, I think. I think Alexander Madison?
Yeah.
I think he's going to play a very big role coming into these next couple weeks just because he has been doing really good. The Vikings defense, I think their pass rush is good. I'm not 100% on their secondary.
No, yeah.
Especially because Harrison Smith, I think, is out now.
Yeah, that's a big
Because
problem.
he got injured. That's a big issue. That's a big gap. For my number, what number are we on?
We're on 9 now.
For my number 9, I think I have to do Cowboys. I originally had the Packers there, but
Okay.
I think I have more faith in the Cowboys coming into this week.
Damn. Okay. All right. At least you know he's not biased because he hates the Cowboys and loves the Packers.
Oh, I fucking hate the Cowboys.
But I mean, fair enough. We kind of talked a lot about the Cowboys already and why they should be in a spot.
Yeah, I've got nothing really else to say. Cooper Rush is that guy.
My number 9 is where I had the Bengals, a little bit lower than Logan's. Because they went 0-2 to start and then 2-0 after that. So they're 2-2. I had Joe Burrow back, question mark. I don't know. We'll see if he can continue it up. He just beat the Jets and the Dolphins, and they looked pretty good in the Dolphins game. So, I don't know. Bengals at 9. I don't really have much more to add. I think they're going to find their swing of things and maybe find their way into the top 5 by the end of October. But as for right now, they're lower top 10 for me. And finally, number 10, securing my last spot, barely, is the New York Giants. Why? I couldn't tell you. They keep finding ways to win. And Danny Dimes, I don't know. He's looking good.
He's kind of a menace right now.
He's looking good. So, yeah. You got Saquon running, you got Danny Dimes running. He's actually dropping some good passes. Yes, their opponents haven't been the toughest, but they're 3-1 nonetheless.
They also don't have really any receivers at this point.
No.
Like, I keep seeing that meme where Zach Wilson has more touchdowns in New York than
Yeah.
Kenny Galladay or whatever
Yeah.
his name is. Like,
Oh my gosh. So who's your 10?
my 10 is the Cowboys.
Oh, wait.
Or wait, no, Packers.
Oh, okay.
I switched my
around.
list. Yeah, I honestly, I was debating putting the Packers in. It's strictly just the offense at this point.
Yeah, offense
Like
is
the-
lackluster. And the run defense. Like, I
The
just don't
run
know.
defense is atrocious. I think our passing defense is really solid still. We got
Yeah.
Eric Stokes. We got obviously Jair. Who's the other defender?
Eric Stokes, Shea Alexander, Rasul Douglas.
Rasul Douglas, and then even the rookie I think we picked up this year did pretty good on Sunday. And then we got Amos and Savage in the deep backfield.
Yes.
I like that. I think our issue is I mean, it strictly is our run defense
Right.
because we can't stop the run for anything right at the moment. And the offense is more so annoying me right now just because I understand Rodgers doesn't have the security blanket, but
Right.
he needs to learn not to throw into traffic with
Yes.
two people on Lazard.
Yeah.
Lazard is a great wide receiver in my opinion. He's underrated as hell,
Yeah.
but he's not Adams.
And he's doing the same thing he was doing in the playoffs, just throwing to Adams. It's like, all right, spread the ball out, trust
spread
your
the ball
receivers.
out. I mean, our running offense wasn't the greatest on Sunday,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have off weeks. Like we
Right.
still, I think we still have the best running back duo in the league.
Oh, yeah. So lastly here, honorable mentions. I noticed that the Chargers were not on my list after I made it, and I just couldn't really find a spot to fit them in. They've done well. What are they, 2-2?
2-2.
And yeah, so I guess they're just on the 11th or 12th spot. They're on the outside looking in, as well as the Lions. And the Lions have scored the most points in the NFL, and they are not on the top 10 list because they're 1-3, and they just keep finding ways to lose close games. But like I said, they've scored a lot of points. They're right there in these games. A couple plays go a couple different ways, and we're looking at Lions in the top 5. So
That Lions offense is crazy.
yeah, and the Lions defense is booty. So,
I have the Lions. I've got a bunch of honorable mentions. Like, I mean, the Giants could be in the top 10. There's a lot of things you could switch around if you
Yes.
just look at it. But, like, the 4 that I contemplated putting in the top 10 are the Giants. They're just out there because they have been going crazy. The Jaguars, like I know they lost against the Eagles, but like they smoked the Chargers last week, which was not expected at all.
For me, the Jags are right there, 13-14, yeah.
The Lions, strictly because of that offense. I was just on Instagram and NFL app or ESPN posted, Jared Goff has like 12 passing touchdowns.
I know.
He's leading the league right now.
Jared Goff is going
Jared Goff. The atrocity from the Rams. Somehow stepping up. If they get a defense, I genuinely could, like, the next couple of years, I think they will get a different quarterback for one.
Yes.
But like
they could run the NFC North. No.
They could. I genuinely think that. Because I mean, you've got underrated people. You got Williams as technically your running back 2, who's been crazy.
Listen to the man.
You have Swift as your running back 1, who's underrated as hell.
Isn't he injured for a while now?
He's injured, but like.
Like
you have these people. Amon Ra. I don't even know what the hell he is.
But yeah,
and then obviously the Chargers.
Yep.
Chargers just missed my list a little bit just because I don't know how I'm feeling about Herbert right now.
Well,
he's so great, but he's injured.
Let us know what you guys think. So I will go through one more time. My top 10 was Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, Vikings, Cowboys, Dolphins, Packers, Ravens, Bengals, and Giants.
My top 10 was the Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Bengals, Dolphins, Bucks, Vikings, Cowboys, Packers.
Wow, so there you go. Some differences, some the same, but we mostly have all the same teams on our top 10 list. So let us know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with this. But
I will fight you in the comments.
Thanks, drinking buddies, for watching. This has been Happy Hour Sports, and we're shining off. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.